Hiya, welcome to GGKCS, the multi-generational podcast / FlossTube for fans of all things knitting, cross-stitch, and geeky. I'm Cece. This is Monday the 24th of August 2020, and this is Stitch With Me episode 19. Big welcome back to all our returning viewers. Love you guys, and a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. Hope you enjoy the show. Let me show you what I'm working on so that I'm still getting used to this new setup thing that I tried last week, but it seemed to work, I think. So, I am working on the Prairie Schooler Baba Black Sheep, which was a gift from Michelle Bindi Stitchy. I'm stitching it on 18 count Ada that was dyed pink by Erin the 2 Martini Stitcher, and I've changed the colors obviously, so I'm using Classic Colorworks Black Coffee and DMC 02 and 780. I only work on this project during Stitch With Me's, and so I'm at the same spot I was when we ended last week, which is working on the second bag of wool of the 3. Okay, my pattern's over here, and I'm trying to make sure I can see it, but that it's not on the screen. Where am I? Okay, I think that's okay. Okay. Gotta get all this adjustment done. Okay. All right. Okay, let me see where I'm supposed to be stitching, and then I will chat with you. Okay, so I need to go one over on each end. Okay. So if you are new here, my adult child, Danny, and I have been hosting a podcast for 8 years this coming Sunday. We'll be celebrating in our full-length podcast / FlossTube episode that we'll release on Friday with prizes. So, if you want to be able to participate in that, you need to go join our new Facebook group, which is at facebook.com/groups/GGKCS. And there's 3 questions to answer. First question, what is the cat's name? What is our cat's name? Pink. Second question, who is the mama? Cece, that's me. And then you need to read the rules and scroll down to the bottom and click that you accept the rules. And then we will get you added to the group, and that way you can participate in the giveaways on this week's episode. So I have been obviously doing Stitch With Me. This is number 19. The beginning of the week. Excuse me. There's like something in the air. We're in Washington State, so I don't think we are getting any of the smoke from the California wildfires. If you are in that area, our prayers are with you, and we hope that you're staying safe and healthy. So I don't think any of that is getting up here, but I don't know. There's something in the air because all 4 of us have been sneezing. Dammy, Russ, and Pink Pearl, and me. So it just started last night. So I don't know. I don't know what's in the air. Something's in the air. I'm dealing with a migraine as well. Thankfully, it's a very mild one, so I'm still able to record for you. Okay, what was I saying? I'm actually thinking that I might start recording these on Sunday afternoons and then releasing them on Monday mornings. I haven't shared this anywhere publicly yet, so y'all are the first to know that I am going back to school. So I'm going to be going back to school to become, see, I've gotten so used to when I sit at the table here of holding it down low because I had the camera like here before, and now the camera's up here so I can actually hold it closer to my face like I normally do and not be like, okay. Yes, I am going back to school to become an ASL interpreter, which is American Sign Language. So what is going to happen is I need 3 prerequisite classes. So I'll be taking those one at a time each quarter, starting with the autumn quarter, which starts in September. And then I will be applying for the interpreter training program. Thankfully, everything is online through community colleges here in the state. And since I already have a bachelor's and a master's degree, I don't have to, it would be silly for me to get an associate's degree. So I will be applying to do the certificate training, which is a full-time 2-year program, 6 quarters. So fall, winter, spring. Yeah, so I am super excited about this. I mean, y'all are the first to know. I have been debating whether I was ready to share it or not, but I'm really, really excited about it. Let me get my pattern here again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Starting 1 over. Okay. I'm really, really excited. This is something that I have thought about at random times over the years. In grade school, I'm still trying to remember what grade it was. I want to say either like 4th or 5th grade. There was a student in my class who was deaf. And so we learned sign to be able to communicate with her. Obviously, 4th or 5th grade was a lot of years ago, y'all, because I will be 43 this year in October. I should have just added 22 to Dammy's age, because Dammy's turning 21 in October, and I turned 22 9 days before they were born. So that's been a lot of years, y'all. And over the years, Dammy and I, like even before I thought about going back to school, we will communicate using finger spelling across the room or whatever, or for being silly or secret. I'm like, oh, do you want to go get ice cream? Something like that. But I don't know, it just popped into my head, and it's something that I'm really excited about. And so I'm going to be pursuing it. And so I've got these 3 prerequisite classes, 1 per quarter, and then during the, I guess it's like either the very end of the winter quarter or early in the spring quarter, I will be applying. Oh, y'all, I didn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. Okay, we gotta think back a little bit. That's a knitting term. So in knitting, if you don't know, tinking is like taking out 1 stitch at a time, and it's called tinking because that's knit spelled backwards. So K-N-I-T, T-I-N-K. I guess it's like frogging, maybe, in cross stitch. I don't know. It's just force of habit for me to say tinking. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then I skip 2, and then I do 2. Okay, here we go. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, applying for the program. Fingers crossed that it will all go smoothly and that I'll be able to get into the program. They limit the number of people that they allow into the program, so I need to work really hard and get good grades in these 3 prerequisite classes, and there's a written portion of the, I've been looking at the application for like starting this fall, because I wouldn't start until autumn 2021 for the full-time program. So I've been looking at what the application looked like for this year, and I assume it'll be similar, if not completely the same. There's writing portions, but then there's also video portions where you're signing and recording yourself. And so, yeah, I'm really excited about it. I have been to try to get myself back into the mindset and swing of what I used to know. Have been doing a program that a friend told me about it's a free program on YouTube, and I believe the channel is just called Bill Vickers. He is deaf and is a professor, I believe, at a university in Sacramento, California. But he has like filmed classes as he's taught them, and then uploaded them onto YouTube for free. And so I've been trying to do like a class most every day. He also has a website where it is like you choose the length of the word, the speed, and then it's finger spelling, and you type in what word is being spelled. And so I've been doing that. And then yesterday I realized that I needed, I know numbers 1 through 10 really well, but I needed a refresher on like 11 through 30, because then after that, for the most part, it's really intuitive of what the numbers look like. Sorry, I was looking at the pattern. So yesterday I did a video lesson of his of just working on signs 1 to 30, and so now I feel a whole lot more comfortable with that. So yeah, I'm really excited. But saying that, I mean, I know I'm going to be busy because of class, even though I'm just going to be going part-time to start with. So what I'm thinking is that I may start recording that's how we totally got onto the subject. Me saying that I think I might start recording these on like Sunday afternoon and then release them on Monday morning, just to take some of the pressure off, because Monday most likely will be a class day for me. I'm trying to iron out a few wrinkles of the whole process. So I'm 99% sure that my class is going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But okay, hold on. Okay. So I think it will just be a little bit less pressure for me if I go ahead and start recording these on Sundays. So I think that's what I'm going to plan to do starting next week. And yeah, what else is going on in our life? Dammy is almost done with their summer classes. As of yesterday, they had 3 exams left. And I believe they were finishing one up last night, actually. So, and then they were working on some stuff this morning, so I'm not 100% sure. These final 3 exams are all open book. So that's helpful. And then they'll get a little break before the autumn quarter starts. And at this point, they are moving back to campus. So they have a on-campus apartment with 3 other theater students. So, yeah. So we're going to be transitioning. Life's going to be transitioning. You know, we expected for Dammy to be home during summer, or during spring break and during summer. We didn't expect that spring break was going to turn into I don't know how many months now it's been of being home. We've loved it. We've loved it. It's been great to have extra time with Dammy. But, you know, it's going to... I feel like it's going to be kind of going through the empty nest feelings all over again. So, yeah. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fine. I'm excited. Dammy will be starting their junior year, and I just hope for wonderful things for them. They're taking quite a few theater classes, which is their major. Okay. Don't you hate this? When, I don't know if you can see that. When one strand ends up longer than the other, even though they were even when you started. That's just a little frustrating. Because then you're like happily stitching along thinking, oh, this is how much I have left, when it's not. And then it pulls through and then... Okay. Yeah, the weather, knock on wood, has cooled down. We had those couple of days of super, super hot, which was really rough up here. But things seem to have cooled down some, which is good. So, okay, I'm going to reach across here and grab the 300 Writing Prompts book that I got from Barnes & Noble. And I'll answer a few prompts. Okay, let's see. What am I going to do here? I'm going to put this over here. Okay. I feel like y'all could probably answer this question for me. Periodically, we have tension build up in our lives. None of us have experienced that lately, have we? That requires a release of some kind. Some people cry, others punch, some find a creative outlet. What is your release? Well, I mean, y'all can probably guess that my release is crafting, cross stitch, or knitting. But crying as well. Oh, I got so frustrated. Last week was just like the week of, so Gilmore Girls, Michelle's comment or quote that I say a lot. I actually texted the gift of it to several people this week because I was just like, the thing of people are particularly stupid today. I can't deal with any more of them. That was my week last week. And Saturday, it just... And I was sitting on the couch Saturday night just sobbing my eyes out. None of it was huge things. It was all small things, but they just piled up, and I just hit my limit, and I just was like crying on the couch. And Dammy's like, what can I do for you? And I'm like, nothing. There's nothing you can do. Don't you hate that? I might be able to get another stitch or two out of this floss before I weave it in. Skip it. Okay. So, yeah. So my creative outlet tends to be, or my tension buildup outlet tends to be crafting, knitting, or cross stitch. Split the Ada right there. I'm trying to flip through the right hole. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to weave in there. Yeah, especially if I'm really, really stressed and need mindless, it's knitting vanilla socks. Because I can just go round and round in circles on my Zoom Zoom needles, which are what I affectionately call 9-inch circular needles. So your circumference is just the 9 inches, and you're literally just knitting round and round and round. So that, because I can mindlessly knit socks like that. I even take them to like the cinema and places because it's so mindless that I can still function with the rest of life or participate in whatever's going on, but it also keeps my hands busy. It calms me. So that would be my answer. Creative and crying. Although sometimes I do get angry and threaten to punch a wall or threaten to throw the computer out the window. I don't ever do it. It's just those feelings just kind of build up. Build up, build up. Okay. Let's do the next question. If you had lived hundreds of years ago, what kind of work do you think you would have done? What job would you have wanted to do? So, it says hundreds of years ago. I probably skip 1 to 2. Okay. I probably would be doing something creatively. At that point, probably sewing is the thing that is most needed, although knitting socks, especially hats, sweaters, shawls, garments like that for warmth. That would be my first preference. Second preference would probably be teaching, one-room schoolhouse type situation. Okay. Okay. I am not a cook. I don't enjoy cooking. I don't enjoy baking. I don't enjoy being in the kitchen. I would much rather be engaging my creative mind or teaching versus anything else that I can think of. So that would be probably what I would do, is something in that vein. I know the light keeps changing, especially in this video. I don't think in this one it's affecting it as much, but there's windows just next to this cabinet here, and we must have a lot of clouds because the sun keeps shining and then not shining and then not. So apologies for that. This one I don't feel like I even really need to say because but it says talk about something you made by hand. Well, y'all know. Y'all watch me do it. You watch me show it in videos. So I don't feel like that one really needs to be answered because you see it on a regular basis. You know what I make and all of that. Okay, I thought I could make that work, but I'm going to have to pull it through. Okay. So let's do just one more, and then we'll call it a day. So let's do this last one. Oh, I didn't tell y'all. These are hashtag CC Stitch With Me prompts if you want to do them on your own podcast, FlossTube, or if you want to just answer the questions in the YouTube comments. You're more than welcome to do that. Yeah. Okay, so the last one I'm going to answer today is, where do you like to do your journaling? At a desk, in your bed, at the coffee shop? Prior to COVID, I really liked going to a coffee shop and sticking my headphones in with music that kind of lets me block out any noise in the coffee shop, but is not something that I'm like, oh, let me sing along to every song on this. If I'm needing to get stuff done, my go-to playlist is the soundtrack to Hamilton, because I can get stuff done listening to that. But if I'm journaling, I need something that's calmer. Yeah, and I would just love to be there and write and and get things done. What it looks like right now is I journal my regular journal, where I keep a running list of gratitudes, and do actual journaling. I do at my desk. And then I have one of the 5-year journals where you write like 2 or 3 sentences for the day, and you do it over 5 years, and so you can see what was going on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago on this day. And I do that in bed before I go to sleep, because that's a time when it's like, okay, the day's ending, and that feels like a good way. So what I typically will do is do some meditation. I have an app that I use for that. And then I will write in my 5-year journal, and then do the rest of my stuff to get ready for bed. But I'm really proud of myself. I had gotten out of the habit of journaling, not 5-year journal I've been doing. I started it in 2018, but it wasn't the beginning of the year. I want to say it was like maybe middle of the year when I started it, which is fine, not a big deal. But I've been doing that since 2018. But I had gotten out of the habit of like journaling, and so during this pandemic, I really have gotten back in the habit and have done it every day for quite a few days, weeks, months now. Which makes me really happy. It's a good release of emotion and just getting thoughts out on paper, and, or reflecting on something that I've read, or I follow a couple of really good Instagram accounts that are therapists. And they quite often share things that are really things that make me think, that I really want to engage with. And so I will do that sometimes in my journal. So I do that at my desk at this moment. So. That is that. Oh, speaking of Instagram, I'm still blocked on 2 of my 3 accounts. Knock on wood. It's been there was the initial 5 days of blocking, and then being unblocked on all of them for about 12 hours, and then blocked again. And it's been 11 days now. I continue to daily reach out to Instagram using their ridiculous support thing. There's no way to talk to an actual person at Instagram. But I had a couple of people suggest that I reach out on Twitter to Instagram. No response there either. But thankfully one of my accounts was unblocked. It's my private account. So my public account and Pink Pearl, her account, is still blocked. Don't know why. Done nothing wrong. Just happened. And I'm not the only one it's happened to. I've heard from several people that have faced this. So it seems to be just a waiting game, that they'll hopefully eventually unblock me. So it is what it is. I'm just grateful that I have gotten a little bit of community back, because y'all know that was what bothered me the most about it, is not being able to be in touch with my community. So, all right. Well, I'm going to stop here for today. You can find us online at ggkcs.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online. YouTube, Apple Podcasts. I'll ask here as well, if anybody is familiar with Google Podcasts, I'm having a heck of a time getting our podcast on there. So if anybody is good technology-wise with their system and would be willing to help me try to figure it out, if you want to reach out, that would be amazing. Our Facebook group, obviously, Instagram, etc. You can find all those links there. And we will be back with you on, well, it'll release on Friday. We record on Thursday, but it'll release on Friday with our episode to celebrate our 8th podiversary. Dammy was 12 when we started, and I was blah, 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 blah. Well, let's see, I'm 42 now, minus 8, that's 34 when we started. So it's been a number of years. And like I said, we will have some prizes. So make sure you're a member of our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/GGKCS, so that you can participate. And until then, we hope you have a lovely, lovely week. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated, wear your mask. And prayers going up, especially with all the wildfires in California right now. Yeah. Happy crafting, and we will talk to you again soon.